Hi, folks. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're expecting some severe weather here in Tennessee. We're going to try to leave a little bit ahead of it to go back to Mississippi, but we've had an awesome time spending time with family, and I hope that your new year has gotten off to a great start. So Adam has done it. Can you believe it? He is in Belize. We went to Belize about 10 years ago, I think. Really enjoyed it. Didn't really go off the beaten path. We did kind of just the normal touristy things. But I applaud Adam for making it this far. There was a lot of comments that I've seen on message boards and whatnot about, wow, he actually did it. I assumed he would, be it this month or be it February. I assumed that Adam was going to, make a trek somewhere. So I didn't count him completely out, and a lot of people thought he would go right to the Disney parks. That's why I've been kind of pushing back against that, because he had said from the beginning that that was not what he wanted to do. Now, granted, we generally can't believe Adam when he's moving his lips, but I didn't think he would do that. I thought the blowback would be so much that it would almost ruin any type of goodwill that the Woovians gave him. But so he's here, he's in Belize. Let's get into it.
2025, 5 a.m. on the nose. Well, 4:58, 4:59. Let's call it 5 a.m. on the nose here at Orlando International Airport, MCO. I'm flying to Atlanta. Got a connecting flight there, and then I'm off to Central America.
We knew that we were going to have to get started with some Adamisms. He could have taken a direct flight. He chose not to. I think Adam did not travel alone, and we'll discuss a little bit more about that later. But he's ready to go, bright and early in the morning, give or take a bright and early.
Going to be spending some time in the jungles of Belize for a while. A little more than a week.
Oh, please don't say give or take a day.
Give or take a day.
No.
Should be interesting. Land around 1 o'clock in Belize. See some sights. I'm inviting you to join me.
And normally I would have a problem with the meteorology report, but I get it. Comparing temperatures of where you are versus where you're going makes sense.
First international trip, 2025. It's gonna be a good time.
I think it will be a good time. We have got subdued Adam for the most part. I think that's because he has a travel partner with him. Also, I think he is starting to take some of the criticism to heart, be it Troll Patrol, be it my channel, be it Tattle Life, be it the Reddit criticism, subreddit. All of those things I think are playing a role in him trying, at least, to be different, because you see it a lot in this video, and I'll try to point them out.
Looking for B75, doesn't look like too long of a wait. Now, I will say anyone that's checking bags for the other airlines, the lines were absolutely insane, because this is the end of the Christmas season, and everyone was here for the extended holiday weekend after New Year's, and it's the first day after the holiday weekend, and I am leaving the US of A. Thankfully, I just have carry-on.
Adam does complain a little bit about the lines, but he kind of explains that away as that it's for anybody traveling at that certain time to that certain destination. So he's providing a service here. Notice he says nothing about Christmas other than it is the end of the holiday season. He doesn't remark about the tree still being up, any of that stuff. I do think in this video, he really tried to change a lot of things. The previous video about the drone was completely a shot across the bow at Troll Patrol, who is a drone expert, who has owned a great number of drones, and who has discussed Adam's lack of using drones in the past when he started out and was actually kind of an influence on Mr. Rowland of getting involved in it and realizing how much fun vlogs could be with it. So Adam is definitely being affected by the other channels that are discussing his videos, regardless of whether he wants to admit it or not. And certainly the Woovians don't want to.
I gotta say, I got through that line very, very quickly. The amount of people that were in the checked baggage line for all the airlines was absolutely out of control. But I got through that line to get over to the Delta gates pretty quickly.
Pretty good. Adam not really complaining so far. The only thing that could ruin this goodwill that I'm feeling so far is a feet Pete, probably.
It's only 5:30, and it's just like So smooth so far. I gotta start doing more early morning flights.
Roughly about half the video is a flight Pete, which in and of itself is a good thing, another positive, because normally he would just do a flight video. That would be the first one. It would just be a flight video. There would be nothing about him getting to Belize other than just a little bit at the end to kind of set up the next video. But he didn't do that. So half of it, flight Pete, half of it, he's actually in Belize and going out and doing some things. And a lot of the flight-related stuff is minutes on top of minutes, just filming out the window, filming clouds, actually him saying nothing. So again, subdued Adam, because I think his lady friend being with him, maybe being a little more unsure of talking on the plane, not even really a whispering Adam for the most part.
Now I got to find E4, so this is E6. I think E4 is right over there. This is not the plane I got off. I've walked a little bit of a ways, not too far. But I did get a new card. I did not have this one. I did not have the 757 card. So you fly Delta, you just ask the pilots afterwards, and they'll give you the card for the airline or the aircraft that you were on.
I hate so much that we don't get this interaction on film of Adam with the captain asking for the card, and the captain probably being like, "Oh yeah, sure. Is this for your nephew, son, or oh, it's for you. Oh, okay, sure. Here you go, champ."
10:30, Delta 1983.
Good morning. Welcome to Atlanta, guys.
Everyone's getting off the plane now, and they're going to clean it up. Then I'm going to board, and then I'm going to Belize. I had to go north to go south, though. I'm pretty dang excited about that. I'm pretty dang excited about this trip. And take a look at this. There's the press that.
I think he is looking forward to it. I think this is kind of a lover's getaway with him and his lady friend, her in tow. Again, hearing subdued Adam. I think Belize was an option at the last minute because of the fact you don't need a passport. I think the fact that it is majority English speaking, can use American currency, all of those things really played a factor in him going here. He tried to give that swerve, and it was a pretty good swerve, about him going to the UK. German in Venice was also in London, so a lot of people thought he would be meeting up with him. But instead, we get Belize. So good job on that one, Adam.
Maybe, I wonder if this gives me any credentials if I was to, like, purchase that little cap right there. Probably not. Using facial recognition to board a plane. No passport needed. Passports are linked up to the facial recognition.
I'm very sorry for the excessive feet, Pete, but I needed you to go through that with me. I couldn't go through that alone. And if you watch the full Adam video, you got to see a lot of this, a lot of clouds. Very pretty, but after a while, you're like, okay.
So Belize is right below Mexico. It's etched out here. You can see the silhouette there, the white line around it. Very small country, only a few hundred miles from one end to the other, and that's the farthest distance.
So I think this played a huge factor in it as well. Belize City is centrally located to everything in Belize. So Adam will drop his date off at the resort that they're staying at. They never show where they are here, and I think that for a reason. He'll drop her off there, and as long as he starts off each day early, as he typically does, he can go do some filming and be back to do whatever they want to do for the day.
Little blue dots where I'm at right now, and just north of Belize in part of Mexico. Very cloudy, very cloudy.
Just wanted to give you a small dose of what it was like, just several minutes of nothing. And for many of us, maybe that's good. Maybe that's what we want instead of constant Adamisms. Again, I think there was some of Adam trying to be different in this video, trying to put the focus back on the content rather than himself. And I may be a little Pollyanna here, but I feel like at least that's what's going on.
That's a small airport.
It's our pleasure. Welcome to Belize. Where the local time is 12:32.
So I think here's our one of our giveaways that somebody is with him, although not the first one, because when he gets to the airport in Orlando, you can clearly hear another set of luggage wheels next to him. This, clearly, he is not wanting to film at all anybody that is next to him. Adam never cares about filming other people on the plane, and he's extended the camera to the far right as it can go, not showing anything. This is to protect, obviously, somebody that's with him.
In the afternoon. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened. Thank you. Have a nice day here in the Belize City area, or wherever your fun destination may be.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so dang excited. I really hope I see some toucans while I'm here.
Again, being very careful what angle that he is filming at. And I have no doubt that he's excited to be there. I don't think he's as excited as he's trying to make out that he is, because he even ups that a little bit more here in a little bit.
No, I'm good. Thank you. I just asked if I needed a taxi. I have a rental car. So they don't want you filming when you're going through the checkpoints inside through customs, and you go through a second bag check, and then they ask where you're staying, etc., etc.
Oh, the plight of the traveling woo. Come on, Belize. It can only help you to let Adam film. Don't you know the prestige, the worldwide stage that you would have from letting this DVC member film any single thing he wanted to? And speaking of taxis that he brought up, it's a good idea not to take a taxi in Belize. I will give him, again, kudos for that. Renting a car, not only is it going to save money overall, typically, but it's going to be much, much safer. And do you think Adam has done any homework on going to Belize? I would doubt it, because if you look at the warnings from the U.S. State Department, mentions being on a heightened state of alert when traveling in Belize. There's also an alert system that Adam could be signed up for to get travel alerts, anything from the U.S. Embassy. I highly doubt, but I'm sure he's been researching it. But be aware of your surroundings, avoid walking or driving at night. Do not physically resist any robbery attempt. Hopefully Adam doesn't get robbed, though I could see that happening. Do not display signs of wealth. Well, I'll just let you see the rest of the video.
Also a lot of taxi services out here and people picking people up. I am officially in Belize. Love this so much.
And of course, as normal, Adam on a trip, he loves it so much. So glad to be here. Has not even left the airport yet. The rental car lot is just across from where he was. So now he's going to pick up his car. He mentioned some of the local places to rent, along with some of the national chains that we're used to here.
So far, everyone that I've talked to or been helped by, including the rental car place and the customs agents, very, very nice, very kind.
Well, that's a nice statement from Adam. I'm sure that he's not about to complain about anything. Surely not. He's had a great experience so far.
Also, the exchange rate is 2 for 1 here. So any prices I show are going to be twice the price of American dollars, or US dollars, I should say, so in Central America. So if a meal costs $40, consider that a $20 meal in Central Florida. So it's like a 2 for 1 exchange rate. Which when you first see prices, it's kind of jarring, but I'll get used to it. Just got to remind myself it's not twice what the price is, it's just the exchange rate is different.
I don't know. I'm still kind of unclear, Adam. Could you tell me that one more time? So everybody, let's remember this. It's going to be on a quiz later. So if Adam is traveling on a monorail in Central Florida, a piping hot caffeinated beverage is how much in Belize? Even in Central America, Adam is bemused by the working man, just filming and silence, just staring at the man working.
10 minutes to get the car all ready. That's my vehicle. There's like some accommodations over there. Sun is definitely beating down upon me already. Okay, rental car achieved.
Yep, still Adam. Nothing was achieved, Adam. Nothing was achieved.
It said it was gonna take about 10 minutes. It took about 45 for them to bring the car around. Also, very interesting. I've never seen a speed bump sign like that before. Reminds me of Naked Gun.
80s reference, check.
Brought the car around. He said, oh, my colleague is going to assist you from now on. And then a half hour later, car came around and she walked me around the car and just kind of showed me a few things. And I said, he told me 10 minutes. It's been like 40 minutes. She goes, oh, we're on island time. I said, okay.
Is there any value in that story? Initially, I was just going to let that go. And then I thought, why? Why did he need to share that? Why would you not just get into the good content of Belize? Why did you need to share a couple-minute story about how it took longer than you expected to get your rental car? Karen the Woo.
So I think maybe that might be the experience while I'm here. That's how you pass.
Oh my goodness, the cackle. Citizens of Belize, on behalf of the United States, we apologize.
Oh, hello, motorcycle. Okay. Is this a merge? What are we doing? All right, I ended up parking over here at a place called Brody's grocery store. And I got a few things. I got a t-shirt, Belize t-shirt. And I got some green teas. I got a bunch of waters. I got a whole, couldn't find a case of water, so I got these big crystal drinking waters for the back of the car and then for the hotel room. And I pay with American cash, or pay with US dollars, I should say. And I got back some Central Bank of Belize cash, 20, a hundy, which is really $50 US. I pay with $100. Collecting and having different currency from different places. So it begins.
It does begin. The corridor of goons is ever expanding. And what was that the State Department said? Don't outwardly show your wealth, just leaving money laying around. Yeah, something's going to happen with the poor Woo. I hope he's okay, but yeah, it's not going to go well.
The boat's out. I wanted to go to Belize for many, many years.
Maybe. I'm skeptical of that, though.
Man, look at the pelican. Fly, pelican. Not a very good Pacino imitation, but yeah.
Again, very subdued, Adam, and the only time we have seen him like that of late is when he's been with somebody.
Cool, kind of like Coca-Cola, vintage Coca-Cola place over here too. I'm not sure what they serve in there though. This is kind of interesting. It's a little crossing vehicle over, what is this right here? It's like you walk up on here. But since I've been here, I've been offered pretty much anything you could think of. So if you're in the mood for a little something, it's all here in this form of drug use. It's pretty casual though, and I probably shouldn't be standing right in this middle section because now I'm in like a little circular area here.
Yeah, really not smart to just be walking around as he's doing, although again I say the camera helps because people are so used to live streamers that travel worldwide that offers some protection in and of itself, because thieves think that they could instantly be in trouble rather than get away with a quick whack a tourist. But just say no to drugs, folks, just like Adam.
Here, we gotta cross this road. Very, very nice. Is that an officer? I think it might have been.
Remember that later, because Adam mentions towards the end of the video that he saw no law enforcement whatsoever, and although that might not have been somebody in law enforcement, he at least seemed to think so.
Over here is the Central Drug Store. Right here. Look at this, they have a license up top.
Not sure what happened there where it dipped out as he said drugstore. Not sure what happened because he, clearly said drug use earlier. Something happened in the recording there.
Circular sign. It's like going around here. It has the crystal water and it has the Coca-Cola on it right there. That's pretty cool, right?
Oh, are you wanting us to respond? Sure.
Over here it was $2.50 Belize. They also got other little, this is basically the little convenience store of sorts, if you will.
What's happening, blogger?
What's up, man? Want to be on the video?
I don't want to be in a video. I want to just fucking fuck.
All right, what?
Now, this has to be the standout of the first day, at least for me. Now, Adam actually ends up having a pretty good interaction with this guy, as he'll talk about in a little bit. But, yeah, that was classic. And Adam is being very careful at how he films people here. You see almost nobody. He wanted to certainly let people know, I think, in this versus Alaska, that he is interacting with people. But he's being very, very mindful of how he's filming, who he's filming, when he's filming. Because you can tell in watching the whole video, there are large sections of his day that Adam did not film at all.
One thing I have noticed here, a lot of people ride around the back of trucks. You don't see that too much in the U.S. In fact, I think you're not allowed to in the U.S., but I've seen a lot of people here doing it. I talked to one of the local guys. He was saying, hey, vlogger. And said he didn't want to be on camera, but then talked to me for a couple minutes. And he said, just be careful around here. He said, you can take care of yourself, but just be careful. Here's a Wellworth.
Adam, I know, is very nervous being here, and maybe you should be. You don't want to really call a lot of attention to yourself, but he just doesn't have the swagger that a lot of travel vloggers do and what makes their content so enjoyable. I'm just not seeing it, and maybe we will. Maybe we should give Adam some time. I don't know.
I think I might get some rice and beans. You're serving rice and beans?
So Adam's reckless abandon of eating street food, I think, is going to keep him in the bathroom quite a bit of this trip, because this is not the only street food that he eats. But I loved his, I'm going to have some rice and beans. Hey, do you sell rice and beans?
Okay.
It's always pork. It's like whatever you want to be.
Okay. I'll take whatever you want to give me, and I'll tell me how much it is. So it comes with pork, chicken, or just pork?
We have pork and chicken.
I'll do the chicken. Actually, I'll just do the rice and beans and a little chicken. This is the Turton Library Center National Library Service, and there is an active library inside there.
Adam very shocked that not only is there a post office nearby, but there is a real active library. I don't know if he thought he would look in there and there would be some impoverished child gnawing on a book.
One thing I definitely, well, I've noticed a lot of things, but it appears as if everyone just kind of does what they want on the road. It's kind of just wherever, if you gotta, everyone's got the right of way.
And expect more of that, and expect it to be even more severe depending on what countries you go to. I'm afraid that driving in some of these countries is going to eat Adam up. And I think he'll be cognizant of that and realize that there are going to be some places he's going to have a partner. I think this first trip out, not only it's because he has his lady friend with him, so it was a couple's trip, but he, I think, wants to stick it to the haters too, that say that he had to have somebody with him to make this content enjoyable. He talks a little bit about that he's not going to stay right here. He's not wanting to visit most of the normal touristy things. He's going to get out and about into more the interior of the country. So, okay.
Here I want to show too. There's a place called Publix. I had to go up here and do a little bit of a U-turn. Oh, it's right here. Look at this. Publix. Publicks. It's a grocery store.
Did anybody else see a K? I didn't see a K.
Chop, doggy. Chop, doggy. Go around you, okay? Okay. This Coca-Cola place here, and when I drove by, I realized looks like they have some food in here. And panadas. I didn't know what a panada is, but they explained it to me, and they're making some fresh ones up.
Adam going with the time-tested, proven method that anything vintage Coke or Pepsi is going to be safe and okay. Eating some more street food probably would be okay. Again, something travel vloggers don't do a whole lot of is eating street food, so I'd be careful, Adam.
Super, super nice. She said a good thing. I said I just drove by, saw the Coca-Cola thing. She said, good thing I opened up and I was here when you drove by. $7 for all of this. $7. And keep in mind that's twice what US would be, so it'd only be $3.50. Gave her 20, and I said, just give me 10 back. So really,
Adam taking time to film his tip, and again flaunting money out on the streets, place where you're told not to flaunt money. Doesn't matter to Adam.
whatever this is, freaking good. These are tasty too. Again, not 100% sure what it is, but yeah.
Not going to be as fun going out, but I'm glad you enjoyed it going in, Adam.
There's definitely an I don't give an F vibe to this place.
I would say, again, that's probably a shot across the bow of the criticism community.
I don't even think in my travels, I went out all day here because I was traveling most of the day to get here. And I don't know if I ever saw an officer of the law today at all. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.
But the vlog is not over. So Adam was just on his way back to the resort to check in for the night and get some R&R time with his sweet thing. But he realized he needs to correct the fact about law enforcement, security, etc. Kind of odd that he would come back to do another minute or so just to correct what he just said, which really, he's very careful now. Really hedging, trying to make sure that he can't be called out for anything. And so it was important for him enough to come back and correct the statement about not seeing any law enforcement.
All right, I take that back. There were some security guards. I did see those. Maybe that's... So I guess there were some. I saw quite a few of those at different... But they're more privately hired people. I don't know.
And it just kind of oddly ends there. He's ended some abruptly like that over the last month or so. He's ended 3 or 4 videos like that where they just stop. And he's answered comments before about it saying, yeah, I thought I was going to film more. I didn't. So he's clearly, again, trying to get back to the resort, spend some time. It'll be interesting to see the follow-up videos to this. We're on the hook for at least another 8 or 9 Belize videos. I think it was really good on his part to do this video, if he had to do the Flight Pete, to not do just a Flight Pete video as he would in the past. I think he's starting to learn his lesson about that. Really was trying to make this video criticism-proof. And I don't know that I really lobbied a whole lot of criticisms, just kind of observations. But it'll be something interesting. It is new content. He's out of his element. His interactions with people were very odd. But he did the thing. And we got to give him a thumbs up for that.